Welcome to the Wilson Sports Talk podcast. As we're going to talk about the Wilson Brooks game and the post Tennessee Bama game, as Tennessee took down the Alabama Crimson Tide 52-49 in a very close game. As Hendon Hooker threw for 5 touchdowns and 385 yards, and all 5 touchdowns went to Jaden Hyatt, however you say his name. How did you feel about how Alabama played?
Well, from what I watched in the first quarter, I was kind of disappointed at first because we were losing at the moment. So I turned it off and woke up. My parents told me that we lost, so I was kind of disappointed in them. And then I was on TikTok, just saw him throwing a goalpost in the river.
Throwing it in the Tennessee River?
Yeah, sadly.
So, how many penalties they have? Like, what, 19? 19 penalties, and it was 170 yards off penalties.
It's probably the reason we lost.
I agree. I'm pretty sure like all the linemen jumped off sides a bunch of times. Pretty sure that's part of it. And Tennessee with their knuckleball kick to win the game after Alabama's pass interference.
See, the kick could have been us, but our kicker can
just missed it right.
Oh.
Just missed it right. That was like a 50-yard field goal. Yeah.
What did he go, 100% last season? And then
He went
missed
close
like
to it.
past 2 weeks, or 2 or 3.
Yeah, he had a field goal to win the game. The clock ran out. As what's this guy's name? Will Reichard. He missed what? It was a 52-yard field goal.
I think
he
that's
just
what
missed
somebody
it
told me.
right. It was like low and right, and he just barely missed it. And they were up like a touchdown in the fourth quarter too. And then that fumble, I think there's a fumbled snap or something, and they picked it up and scored, and that was like their first lead of the game. And then Tennessee just came back and scored and kicked another field goal. And I guess it was ball game.
Well, we somehow came back and then just lost it.
Alabama seemed to not be able to get the offense rolling in the first quarter. They scored like 7 points and like backed up on their own 1-yard line.
Bryce Young coming back did help, but I guess not enough.
He threw over 450 yards and threw 2 touchdowns. As Jaheim Gibbs, he had 24 carries, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Or 3 touchdowns. What is this guy's name? Cameron Latu? How do you say his last name? Latu. Latu? He had one of the receiving touchdowns. That's their tight end. But that was probably the best game I've watched live. That's probably the best game I will ever watch live. I don't know if anything can beat that.
Who do you think will have a better chance at winning the Heisman, Hooker or Young? Like if it was between those two, who do you think's done better?
Well, looking at the stats, probably Hooker. He's thrown 15 touchdowns to 1 pick.
Honestly, agree. It's probably hard to go back-to-back Heisman.
Yeah. But right now, C.J. Stroud looks pretty nice. He's led Ohio State to 2 seed so far, and they haven't lost a game yet. So, let's talk about Brooks in the Wilson game. They lost, 31-13? An unfortunate loss.
Also wasn't there. Just watched that one.
I wasn't there either. I just got the stats. Devin Willis he went 4 for 11, 98 yards, and 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. And they had a total of 34 rushing attempts with 101 yards and 1 touchdown, which was unfortunate. But basketball season, November 10th they play at Tanner versus Tanner. I've honestly never heard of that school before. All I know is I looked them up, and they were a 2A school. But I don't know if that says really anything.
That's our first game, too?
Yeah. That's 5 days after state, so I'll get like...
You're going to get 5 days of practice?
No, that's like... State's on a Saturday, too, for cross country. So I'll get like 3. I have to know, like, most of the plays.
You better remember those plays.
My shot's probably going to be broke, but it's okay. I won't take a jump shot. I'll just pass the ball.
Yeah, you can just lay it in.
Yeah, I still got to pay over $200 for a sleeveless hoodie and a travel suit. It's unfortunate. But I'm excited for basketball. Football season's been fun, but basketball is my favorite sport, and I think that's really what I want to play right now.
Yeah, I agree. Which practice is long, but
And
it's
they
just what you got to do.
practice started what this Monday. That's what
Yes.
this Monday it started, and first game is November 10th. And I think that is all for the podcast today. And I am Cole,
I'm Noah.
and that's Wilson Sports Talk.
Did I do better that time?